ago today. She graced our world with courage and determination. She promised never to wear one of those fucking masks, is what she said in the meeting. And I take her to heart. She will not wear a mask. That's Gladys Frolicky, our cashier. She likes to say thanks to all of our customers, including our VIPs. Brian Sumner, hello, sir. And nice job answering one of our fun posts this week on the Colorado Comedy Show's social media page. You had a very funny comment for Johnny Appleseed pickup lines. Rebecca and company out there in general admission, thank you. That's if Gladys seems a little curt, please take it from us a sincere thank you. And she'll point out that virtual balcony seating is upstairs. Our friend Stacy may be watching from Mom's house, and we're thinking good thoughts for you, Stacy, and happy to tell everybody about Elevating Connections. That's Stacy's charity. They've been the beneficiary of all our ticket sales since we started the ApocaLips. And what they do is they put on programs for young people who are separated from their siblings by the foster care system. And Stacy's come on our show almost every week to chat about that terrific charity. She's told us an awful lot about how that system works. And, we'll be happy to talk about that a little bit during the show. And want to again, just thank you for purchasing a ticket. It does help Stacy raise some money. It's been a challenge for her group to raise money during the pandemic. And this has been one way for us to laugh and do something good. Who are we? We're the ApocaLips Comedy Show. Down in front for you, Brian. There's your seats in the VIPs are in the front row there, and then we'll take it up to the balcony. Rebecca, they won't wear masks up there. It's Mike's friends from Michigan. I don't know what to tell you. Be careful. Take a seat close. We've got full bar service up there in the balcony. Whatever you're drinking, it's we've got it. It's mostly because it's your bar. So enjoy, have a cocktail. I certainly miss comedy clubs and drinking with audiences. So I look forward to that again one day. Today is March 14th, and it's our 3.1415 anniversary. Happy Pi anniversary, Mike.
Yes, thanks, Chuck.
Right, I didn't remember
a card, but I guess it's not, huh?
Right, I appreciate you and Carol sending cards, flowers, and the Domino's pizza. I like the deep dish crust, and it was so nice of you to send gifts. I'm sorry.
It's not that there's a quid pro quo or anything, but I checked the mail several times before the snow started, and there wasn't anything there.
Mike, I might have forgotten to send you a card. Once I got yours, I thought, we're doing cards?
Yes, and then when the doorbell rang, and I expected the delivery from my favorite Chinese restaurant, the Cherry Village Inn, which is almost right across the street and so convenient to order from.
Yeah.
Online, it turned out it was just an Amazon package.
That's a bummer.
It wasn't from you either.
Right. No, probably wasn't a package for me. I meant to send you something for your anniversary. It turns out I forgot our anniversary and Mike remembered, everybody.
Oh, really?
You know what Mike remembered?
On the couch tonight.
Whew, I'm in trouble. I am in trouble. Rebecca, Brian, just hang with me. I've tried to put together a great show. I just didn't realize it was an anniversary show. With that being said, we have tons of prizes for no specific reason. Certainly not our anniversary because I forgot. Yeah. But we do have great things to give away for you. Also, some very fun comedians, some of our favorites.
Nothing special
throughout the year. Our sponsor
Nothing
tonight.
Special for me tonight about the show.
That's exciting. This is exciting. Lots of fun.
Another show.
Lots of fun, and thanks to our sponsor, vaccines are coming. I'm hoping to get mine, and I hope you get yours.
I got my vaccine this week.
That's excellent. Look at that, Mike.
The federal government remembered that I was needing one.
Right.
A huge monolithic organization in Washington, D.C. realized.
I don't think it was Joe Biden particularly that remembered. I don't think so.
It was, in fact, Joe Biden's name handwritten on the invitation to come to the Anschutz.
I know that Joe's very aware of people suffering from the consumption.
Right. He's been biding his time to do right by Mike. And Mike, I'm sorry I couldn't get you a vaccine for our anniversary.
You could have, Chuck.
Rebecca, Brian, this is our writing room. This is the Colorado Comedy Show's virtual event center. We've been coming here all year.
Oh, look what you did remember to put in the room. Interesting. No flowers for me, but there's a hideous lamp in the back.
That's not a hideous lamp, Mike. That's my Kennedy Center Award for Innovative Teaching.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know.
I really shouldn't bust your chops, Chuck. I really
shouldn't. No, you should just.
You're a very forgetful guy. Not a week goes by when you don't say, "Hey, Mike, whatever happened to those lovely Kennedy boys?"
Right. It's like water under the bridge with you, Mike.
Let's cut through the kitchen. It's faster.
Here's the first thing I did.
Hey, Rose, what's up?
So we'll start the parade an hour late. What are they going to do? Shoot me?
Oh, gosh. You are really assassinating this subject, aren't you? Mike, first thing I got for our audience today. This is from our virtual event staff. They wanted to celebrate the anniversary that I forgot, but they didn't. So they got a nice bottle of wine and a cheese board for everybody.
Is that napkin what you use to blindfold your memory?
Wow. Zings. Wow. Watch me shrink right here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I believe that's Manjit. Misra, welcome. Enjoy some virtual wine. Here's something fun, Mike. I thought we'd have the audience help us play a game of darts. I know how you like to play darts.
I do.
So we've transported our audience to a literal Irish pub, and Mike is going to throw some darts, and what I need to do is have the audience cheer Mike on. This part requires some participation, so you can use the chat feature. You can turn on your mic, or the comedians will cheer hard for you, and we'll root for Mike as he throws his darts. Mike, do you think you can hit the dartboard today? If you do, everyone gets a prize.
Well, I'm reasonably confident that I can hit it. I've forgotten more about darts than you have about anniversaries.
That's a sharp point you've made there, Mike. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's cheer him on. Rooting for Mike is tough for me to do, but I'm going to do it today. Let's go, Mike. Let's go, Mike. Let's go, Mike. Let's go, Mike. Whoa, look at you go, man. That's sweet action on that dart. Wow. All right, Mike. You hit the dartboard. I think everybody gets a prize. I'm pretty amazed. And look what prize everyone gets. We're going to give them their very own Irish course.
No,
everyone.
Sorry. What is it?
Everyone gets their very own Irish bar just for attending the anniversary show that I forgot. Our team didn't, and they've given you this lovely virtual Irish bar that you get to.
What's that on the table there exactly?
Well, Mike, it's a Kennedy Center Award. So what Irish bar would be
that you didn't forget to put in the Irish bar.
Without our graphics team does this. They work on the third floor, Mike. You never go down there.
I keep meaning to go down there.
Right. I got your report, and you're right. We should talk to HR because those people keep speaking graphically.
Oh dear.
Right. Right. 2 more presentations, and then lots of comedians, including Jake Hovis. Captain Punchline is up ahead, everybody. Mike, we've never...
That's in the Tivoli Gardens. A lot of people don't know this is in the Tivoli Gardens. This is the corridor of Jake Hovis' topiary.
Oh, my God. Nailed it. Topiaries is... we've lost our customer. Let's just say, you know, topiaries are something we've never given away, Mike. We've never even had on the show, and I've never even known the word. Topiaries are the order of the day. Also today, I wanted to play a little game with you all.
Oh, is it Spot the Racist?
Right.
Because I think I've nailed it.
I think we have a winner.
Right. And so what we're going to do here, friend, is see if we can't throw cherry pie in her face.
Oh, really?
Not sure how this
While
works.
she's in the middle of saying, how? I deep enjoy seeing Americans.
She's saying, how dark is the baby?
Bam! Cherry pie right in her face. If it landed in her face, then everybody gets their own castle. So let's take a look here, Mike.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
This is Mike's winter garden. And so we're giving that away to you all. You each get to stay here. Enjoy.
Is that the moat?
That is the moat.
You can't go wrong with that.
Right. Mike likes to have ducks in his moat. Lots of other people prefer alligators, but with Mike, it's
This
just
is a Zoom show. It's also an emote.
ducks. I'm going to call an audible. I know that says Ned Rice, but I'm going to put up a different act. This is an ad to say Ned Rice is coming up.
It's a teaser.
Right. But I promised you all, a much bigger act than Ned. I'll tell you that.
What? How's that possible?
He's a giant friend of this show, and we miss him dearly. If you feel like Colorado got less funny about 2 weeks ago,
I do actually.
Yeah,
and if you're wondering, like, why is Kentucky so funny now? It's because Jake Hovis moved there, and we're lucky to have him here.
Kentucky sank into the ocean, wasn't it?
My God.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jake Hovis.
Oh, yes. Thanks. Yeah, my goodness. I just visited my in-laws, so I'm very used to the passive aggression. Just steaming off Mike. Just very exciting. Glad to be here for Pi Day. Yeah, I love irrational numbers and carbohydrates. So it's my favorite day for sure. I'm a big guy. I'm a tall guy. Mike's jealous. And there's I'll give you a way to think about it. Like, I'm so tall that strangers tell me about their tall friends. Like, they'll just
like you might know them.
Yeah, like this is a club. Really tall ceilings. Oh man, he's like, my friend Charlie's 6'5". Like, good for Charlie. I don't know. What do you want me to say about this? Sounds like Charlie can still shop at the mall, though. I mean, he's got that going for him. Or sometimes they'll tell me about being really like they'll tell me, "Oh, you're real tall. Well, I'm afraid of heights." As if I'm just walking around. Like, I'm just walking around just terrified all day long. Like, look how far the ground is. How am I going to do this? And it's like, what do you tell? I'm not going to pick you up. What are you telling me this for? I don't care. I like to tell them that I'm really afraid of whips. Not a whip fan. Anything girthy. Okay. Like I said, I just visited the in-laws. My niece, she's in kindergarten, and she doesn't remember meeting me the first time. So it's kind of like the first time I'm meeting her. And apparently she's a genius. I've been told, like my father-in-law was saying, she's a genius. She can put together a puzzle like you wouldn't believe. I'm pretty sure I can believe how she puts a puzzle together. Unless she's using puzzling. Unless she's using staples or something. I mean, I think I gotta have an idea how she's putting together puzzles. But I was sitting there, and the niece came up to me completely unprompted. I'm not talking to her. She walks by, looks at me, and says, You're huge. It was a vocab word. She's working on it. So she's learning
She
new
is
smart.
smart.
Yeah.
She is a genius. Yeah,
She is a
very
genius.
perceptive.
Facial recognition, I think, is her strong
Yeah,
suit.
she can spot size like you wouldn't believe.
You can beat that out of a
Oh.
child, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm living proof. Go ahead.
Oh man. We drove though out there. We didn't fly. I don't like the flying.
No?
Mostly, I mean, nobody does, but I hate asking for the seatbelt extender, like well, I mean, we're not even close here. Can you just help a brother out? What's worse than asking for it is not having to ask for it. They just sit, walk through and, hand it to me and say, "You're huge. I'm good at puzzles." Okay. There we go. My in-laws, I was at my in-laws' house for a few meals there, and they were like going through, they just moved into a new house. It's their forever home. It's where the bedrooms are on the first floor, so no stairs. They're getting to that stage of life. And they're like, keep pointing out, "Oh, hey, the previous owners had that we got that from the previous owner. We got that from it was just like a lot of furniture that they got from the previous owner." I'm thinking, did the previous owner die or something? And they're like, "Yep, killed himself in this house."
Whoa.
What? We're at the dinner table. What are you doing? It was just a guess. Oh, but my mother-in-law, she cannot have any silence. She has to talk nonstop. Has never stopped talking in her whole life. Just constantly and never saying anything. "Oh, I should go for a walk. Maybe I'll go for a walk later. I'll go. There's a better place to walk over here. Oh, we'll go over here." Looks like you haven't said anything. But I actually played a game. Like, how long does she go between words? And I got to one Mississippi. Of course, you have to tune her out. It's impossible. You can't live with this constant yammering. So the entire family has learned to tune her out. She's still talking. Nobody's listening. But I'm new to the family, right? So I haven't learned this skill. And we're eating corn. And she starts choking. Everybody ignores her. I'm the only one that notices. And I'm like, oh, man. Am I going to have to squeeze this woman? I don't know what's happening here. She died. She's dead. Yeah. Add another ghost to the new house. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll stop there.
Well, he finally figured out how to shut up the mother-in-law.
Right, she's real charming there. Sorry. Just another cheese board for everybody. No need to ring that up, Gladys.
That charcuterie?
Yeah, that charcuterie is just she's comping it right now. So that is courtesy of Gladys and the virtual event staff. Wanted to make sure you had a charcuterie.
I look at this and I think about Jake and I say, there's an old saying, never eat anything bigger than your head. Must feel really good to be Jake because there is nothing bigger than his head.
There you go.
Virtually.
Whoa.
Except the stuff I want to eat.
Whoa, ease up with all the heat there, gang. Here's what we got.
You see the smile on his face? That man was smiling.
Very happy. Speaking of making us all very happy, one of our favorite comedians that we met this year has been kind enough to drop in and perform for us. Would you please welcome Ned Rice, ladies
Oh my
and gentlemen.
God. Thank you. Thank you.
Rice.
Happy anniversary to all.
I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
Thank you especially, Mike. Nothing like stepping on my intro. It's an annual tradition, and it's one I treasure. Thank you so much. So my girlfriend and I went to church this morning, which we do now and then. And it was so big. It was the biggest church I've ever been in. And I said, honey, this is like a mega church. She said, no. Yeah, I think it actually, I think it is. If you're in a church and the members of the congregation are batting around a giant inflatable beach ball during the service, that's the mega church. That's what that's called. It's if the wave breaks out, you're in a mega church. That's just, and particularly since, as if to confirm that, the minister did 3 encores, which I thought was excessive. I think 2 would have been plenty. And then the house lights came up and we were allowed to leave. So that was good. Here in Ann Arbor, we're still dealing with COVID. Unlike some of you folks, we still have the original COVID. There's new variations of it, new strains, but we're still using the original, or as I call it, COVID classic. The newer ones are they're more communicable, but you don't get that same loss of the sense of smell with some of them. So I kind of like the original one. Call me old fashioned, but that's my preference on COVID. The hardest part for this pandemic for me, yes, 500,000 people have died, but for me, the worst part is it's so hard to get takeout food now. It's turned into this cloak and dagger thing. You call the restaurant, like, yeah, can we have 2 orders of lasagna and a salad? Okay, I'll meet you in the right rear corner of the parking lot at 5:45. Do you take credit cards? No, cash only. Bring the money. And we'll be there at 5:45 and no cops. If I see one fucking cop car, you get no lasagna. Okay, I'll be there. Okay. Can I talk to the lasagna? No, just be there. Bring the money. So that's not fun. I don't like that. I'm not interested in that. Also in the news, Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, is announced that he's starting his own version of Twitter. I'm going to go out on a limb here and I'm going to guess he's going to call it My Twitter, because that's kind of what Mike does. He's this, I don't know if you heard about this hump. He took a rectangular piece of fluffy material, he closed it in a cotton sheet cover, and he dubbed it the My Pillow, or as I call it, a fucking pillow. Folks, it's just a pillow. This predates the time of Christ. Mike Lindell did not invent the pillow. If that were the case, you can't just put the word "my" in front of a product that's already been invented. If that was true, I would be rolling out, so to speak, the My Wheel. It's something that I invented. Yeah. It's circular. It's made of wood, metal, or rubber. I think it'll have numerous applications in transportation. And where's my money? Okay, because I'm the inventor of the My Wheel. Mike Lindell, why don't you kiss my ass? Okay, Mike, here's the thing. The bar has been lowered. Just let me finish, Mike. The bar has been lowered in this country on innovation. There's a new product out there called the Untuck It shirt. Now, see if you get this. It's a long sleeve button down men's shirt. You put the shirt on and you don't tuck it into your pants. Wow, that's some next level shit. I think I invented the Untuck It shirt when I was in the 6th grade, folks. You can't, I've had it. I've absolutely had it with this shit. The weird thing about Mike Lindell is he's fiercely pro-life. He's so deeply pro-life, which is so weird because if I understand it correctly, the leading cause of death of seniors in this country is being smothered by a pillow. I mean, that's pretty much, certainly in my family, we just call it a slumber party. Like, goodbye, grandma, goodbye forever. And it's so funny to me that this pro-life guy makes a pillow, which clearly has led to many senior deaths. I'm against that. I was thinking about my dad today. My dad passed about 10, 11 years ago. My dad had this sort of a homespun wisdom that you don't hear. I remember one time he said to me, Tom, never let another man tell you what to do. And I said, you mean like you just did now, Dad? You mean just, is this one of those conundrums, like everything I say is a lie? Or do you mean going forward? Should I? He goes, Bill, get me a beer. I said, Dad, you just did it again. You just told me what to do. Come on now, Jerry, why not get your old man a beer? I said, well, I don't know, because it's Christmas morning. It's 9 o'clock. I'm crying again. Those would be my main reasons. I'm not going to get you a beer. So, yeah, good old Dad. Hey, listen, But enough about me. Happy anniversary, Mike and Chuck.
Aw.
You two have made it work. I don't get it, but I'm so happy for you. And thanks for being part of our show.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
everybody.
Wow.
Thank you.
You remembered. You
The trick
remembered.
is no
Did you
but
get the
stuff.
edible? Did you get the edible bouquet I sent you?
I thought I sent that to Mike. I thought it was
Oh,
me.
right. That was you, Chuck. I forgot.
And signed it from Ned.
Yes.
I'm such a trickster.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
So the trick, Ned, is no butt stuff. Just so you know.
That was actually in our vows. No butt stuff.
Right.
there were no
We have another game where we need the audience to play along.
Uh-oh.
Gonna see if we can't make the wind turbine spin. So need everybody, speaking of blowjobs, need everybody to just blow into the microphone.
I didn't know we were.
And let's see if we can make the wind turbine spin. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3. Almost. We got it to go a little bit. Just got to blow harder. 1, 2, 3. I think we can do it. One more time, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God. This is like respiratory therapy.
We did it. We really did it. I think we're curing COVID over here.
Nice.
Everybody gets a puppy. Enjoy this puppy. You get this little dog. So everybody enjoy your dog. Mike likes the dog. The dog thinks Mike smells nice. And
Yay.
how much fun are we having? I'm having a good time. This is a good anniversary show, Mike. I'm glad you planned it.
No.
We have a favorite comedian. Watch how this gets done, Mike. She is a regular on our show and makes frequent appearances on open mic. Would you please welcome Jessica Misra, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
didn't say anything.
Hey, everybody.
Misra.
Wow, Ned, that mega church thing is so true. I would
What
like go to
thing?
one. Yeah, I would go to one and they'd have like an
Oh.
electric guitar on the stage.
That's some good music.
Yeah, you're like, this is way different than the church I used to go to. My dad says yay in the chat. That's very cool. I love my dad so much. Thanks for being here, fam. Very cool, very exciting. Guys, I decided to Maria Kondo my apartment. I just decided to give away everything that didn't bring me joy. And now I live in fear of what essential kitchen item I gave up.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like I gave up all these serrated knives because I was like, oh, they're flimsy, and I never baked bread anyway. And then the pandemic hit,
Mm.
and I was like, oh no, we're only making bread now. I bought all this stuff because I'm like cheap, but there's no chapter in the book that's like, hey, if you're super cheap, hold on to your stuff. Because you're not gonna buy better stuff. This is the stuff you wanted. Wow, sorry. Comedian goes on. Comedian destroys Maria Kondo.
You'd have to kiss her, thank her, and send her away.
Yeah, I have to tell her I was grateful for her. Oh God. Guys, so when men hate women, okay, obviously I like men. I want to tell you that. I can read the room, Very great. But like when men hate women, we call them incels, involuntary celibate. When women hate men, we don't have a term for that. I think we just call them women. Like when a woman starts a Facebook post with "I hate men," I don't even read it. I'm like, "What's your day like?" Oh, she made a cake. I love that for her. When a man starts a post with "I hate women," I'm like, does the FBI know about this guy? Like I want him on a list. And it's crazy too, because it's like it literally like when you see a dog on the street and you start to pet it, and if I'm with my boyfriend, they'll be like, she's a rescue and she's scared of men. And we're like, oh my God, of course. Like, so am I. And it's like not a big deal. But like, I've never met a dog that's scared of women. Like I've never gone to the shelter and the trainer's like, just so you know, in a former life, her old owner used to dress her up in hats and take a photo shoot. So that's why whenever she gets around a trendy fedora, she gets a little skittish. don't we all? I've been thinking about short men. I think they get a lot of hate, and it's honestly, I don't understand why, because they get so much done. Like short men are motivated because they're trying to distract us from how short they are. Winston Churchill won a world war. 5'5". Yeah. Truth. Prince 5'3". Jesus Christ, 5'5", literally turned water into wine so that when he gave a sermon on a hill, people stopped going, "Hey, who's up there?" When's John the Baptist up? I love that guy. John the Baptist is Jesus's more popular cousin. So the most famous short guy in history is Napoleon. And he literally conquered Europe, so we'd stop talking about how short he is. He literally got a complex named after him. Like, this guy is like moving mountains. If he had even been 3 inches taller, I feel like he would have been a sales associate at Yelp, and then calling himself the grill master on the weekends. And what's crazy is that he's literally not even that short. He's 5'6". That's not short at all. People talk about him like he's like Europe's only Oompa Loompa. They talk about him like he's 4'9". He's not that short. And you know why? It's because Britain wrote the history books like a salty ex. They were like, he's short and Russia crushed him. And to history go the victors. Let me see how I'm doing on time. Perfect.
You're crushing.
Well, I feel like when I'm taking a nap, my brain is like the too nice manager, and then like my body is like a bad employee, because like my body will oversleep and be 30 minutes late to work, and my brain is like, all right, you know what, don't worry about it, we'll just work through lunch, we'll make it work. And then my body's like, cool, I'm gonna take an early lunch. Like, body, I'm gonna spend all night thinking about stuff, including the past. And my body's like, all right, but I'm gonna be super tired. So what I'm saying is, one of them is getting fired. Do you guys know who the superhero Static Shock is? He's a great superhero with the power of static electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to watch him growing up. He has the power of a sweater fresh out of the dryer. What a lame superhero. That's so, I would like, it's like, wait, who's that guy's sidekick? Like that guy that makes it feel like you just hit your funny bone.
Owie.
what a pair they would be.
Owie.
Anyway, I think that is my time. I'm going to give it back to the room. Give it up for Chuck.
Yeah.
Well, judging from the laughs, that was pretty funny, Jessica. I didn't get a chance to actually listen to your set because I was reading congratulatory telegrams and emails from people who remembered our anniversary.
Who remembered your anniversary, and then I get it.
So there were just a lot of them, and people I hadn't heard from in years. They just heard about it on the grapevine, and they said, "Wow, that is amazing."
Our friends are giving, and speaking of giving, because the Misras are here, I've arranged for everybody to get their own Les Miserables.
Ah,
That's what you got going on here, and Gladys will be happy to ring that up for you.
Oh, they like that one. It's gonna laugh in in the chat.
Gladys is she's a 1-year anniversary surprise. She's made the show today. Just you should see her ring and run. I'm never gonna say that again, except I'm very likely to. When I forgot to plan our anniversary show, one thing that I was like, I better super forget is that I better forget to call Bronco Brad and ask him to pony up and tell us some jokes.
Forgot to forget, huh?
What a delight we've enjoyed this year, Mike. The very funny comedy of Bronco Bradwitz. Everybody, please welcome Bronco Brad and his good time and fun.
Whoa, well, thank you very much, Chuck. Whoa, well, I sure do appreciate that nice introduction. And so does my little wooden horse, Natty Pine. Right, Natty Pine? Oh, yes, indeed. I think I'm going to name my next coyote, Chuck, huh? Yes, indeed. Hey, boys and girls, welcome to the special edition of the Bronco Bradwitz Dang Tootin' Polish Good Time Show. Yes, indeed. We're going to be talking about all sorts of nice things about the land of Poland and all that Polish food. Are you ready, boys and girls?
Whoa, yes. Yay!
All righty. Hey, Natty Pine, take a rest down in the stall. Let's get going here. Well, of course, boys and girls, if you got your Bronco Brad wooden clackers, then you can clack along to opening song. Oh, we're gonna gallop to the ApocaLips Comedy Show. We're gonna go to the show where the comics are keen and the best comics that I ever seen. Gonna gallop to the ApocaLips Comedy Show. Gonna hop on my saddle and away I go to the ApocaLips Comedy Show.
Yeah!
Okay. Well, thank you very much, boys and girls. Sure. But let's cool down our clackers here. And of course, we always like to start our show with a science corner. And I can't have my science corner without my little buddy, Wally, the happy talking neutrino. Hi, Wally. Hi, everybody. Hi, Bronco Brad. Hey, Wally. Hey, Wally. So what is the science thing for today? I want to know, what is a black hole? Well, Bronco Brad, a black hole is like a giant stuffed cabbage. It sucks in all the meat and potatoes and rice and spices. Okay, I got the idea. Yeah, this is a good idea. Well, I sure do appreciate science, don't you? You better believe it, Bronco Brad. I don't like it when people don't believe in science. Me neither. Boy, I get mean and ornery. What are we going to do about it? Well, that's the time when I like to sing to them my I Believe in Science song. Okay, go right ahead there, little buddy. I believe in science, like gravity and things. I know bathtubs and planets both have a lot of rings. There's fun stuff to know, like what's inside your gut. If you don't believe in science, you need a swift kick in the butt. Oh, that's a darn good song. I sure do appreciate that. Well, say goodnight, Wally. Good night, everybody. Well, that Wally, he sure is a nice boy. Well, boys and girls, I think it's time to get going with our sing-along for tonight. Yes, indeed. Our sing-along is about a special little friend of mine. His name is David. And David lives in a big old pickle jar right on top of the bar. Yes, indeed. And I love to sing about my friend Davy the pickled egg. So grab your wooden clackers, you can clack along. Well, I'm friends with mashed potatoes with lots of chicken gravy. But the bestest friend that I ever had was a pickled egg named Davy. Davy the pickled egg was a friend of mine. He liked to sit on top the bar and swim in pickle brine. Davy gave me comic books and piles of wet dirt. He'd always kiss my boo-boo whenever I got hurt. Davy the pickled egg was a friend of mine. He liked to sit on top of the bar and swim in pickle brine. Davy taught me Swedish when I was 3 or 4. Whenever I was bad, he'd throw me out the door. Davy the pickled egg was a friend of mine. He liked to sit on top the bar and swim in pickle brine. Yes, indeed. That's the story about my friend Davy. Yes, indeed. Hey, boys and girls, before I get going any further, I want to make sure I let our sponsor have a chance here on the show. Hey, moms and dads, if your kids don't like the taste of vegetables, think about stopping at the supermarket to get them a big old box of Ted's candied broccoli and spinach. It is sure dang darn good. It comes in 3 special flavors, vanilla, chocolate, and papaya. I guarantee it, Mom and Dad, pick up a box. Your kids will be eating them in no time. Yes, indeed. Ted's candied broccoli and spinach on your supermarket shelf. Yes, indeed. Well, now that we got that taken care of, well, sure, yes, indeed. Well, now I think it's time for another song here. Here's a song here about a special friend of mine. Out in the land of Poland, they don't have a lot of things in common with us, but they do have a lot of satellites flying around. And that's the song I'm going to sing for you, boys and girls, about my friend Tommy, the Polish satellite. Well, there's a friend of ours flying high overhead. Tippy-eye, yay, kielbasa. Tommy the satellite from the land of Poland. Tippy-eye, yay, kapusta. Each night we rest under bright prairie skies. Sleep tight, you little doggies. Tommy is winking and blinking on high. Tippy-eye, yay, pierogies. Oh, he flies through the skies every night. Tommy, the sweet Polish satellite. He sends a message as bright as can be. Hello, little Kishkas, it's me. Yes, that's the story. Tommy, the sweet little Polish satellite. Yes, indeed. Well, now, boys and girls, I want to make sure to let you know about the contest for this week. Be sure you can write in and get a special prize. Tonight's contest is Guess the Leftover. Yes. Yeah, I'm not even sure what it is, boys and girls, but if you think you can guess, write into the Bronco Brad show and let me know if you can guess the leftover. All righty. Well, now, here's a song here that I'll finish up here before I go. It's about a mean old hombre here, and it's called A Tale of the Old West. Yes, it's the tale of the one-eyed Kishka cowboy. Let me tell you all about it. Well, a long, long time ago, living out on the plains, rode a mean sausage cowboy full of meat byproducts and grains. His one good steely eye could kill you with a glance. He'd fire his 6-gun at your feet and make you do a polka dance. Well, the one-eyed Kishka cowboy could shoot your insides out. He'd plug you and he'd plant you and cover you up with sauerkraut. His outer casings were tight and crunchy. His heart was cold and mean. Why, he'd slather his own mother with mustard after she'd been fully steamed. The one-eyed Kishka cowboy could shoot your insides out. He'd plug you and he'd plant you and cover you up with sauerkraut. Yes, that's the story of the one-eyed Kishka cowboy. Look out for him, boys and girls. Well, that's it for the Bronco Brad Wits. Dang tootin' Polish show. Until next time, boys and girls. Well, we've hung up our saddles and laid down our tools. The night stars are out burning their nuclear fuels. It's time to put away the cabbage and go wash our hair. So good night, you cowpokes out there. Good night, cowpokes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Boy, you really Noki'd it out of the park there, friend.
Oh man.
What are you mad at me for? Why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me over that joke?
I'm not mad at you about anything new, that is.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Bronco Brad, so fun to have you. This has been a popular segment to the show. Welcome aboard our new sponsor, Round Robin Real Estate, plus size sales figures. Don't forget, April is APR month. This week's Round Robin topic is I don't remember. Oh, I'll have to read. Yep. Oh, Chuck Roy knows how to hold for laughter. Chuck Roy is so forgetful. Now, how this works, if I remember correctly, everybody, is the folks will chime in with their jokes, and anybody can pop in with a joke. It's a round robin, open to all the comedians, including the audience. We've had the audience chime in. Mike, I'll start. Mike, I am so forgetful.
How forgetful are you? I said, how forgetful are you?
I think Chuck lost his place. Yeah. Chuck he's drawing a blank, clearly.
What were we talking
He
about?
forgot what we're doing.
Oh, right. Shit. We were in the middle of something there.
I'm so forgetful. Chuck,
right.
You're so forgetful that...
Mike, if I'm so forgetful, how forgetful am I, Mike?
You're so forgetful. Sometimes you hit on women.
All right. No fair winning. First joke in, Mike.
Can't help it, man.
Right. Mike, if I'm so forgetful.
How forgetful are you? You're so forgetful, you still think Reagan was a good president.
Oh.
Mike, I didn't forget that it's our third year anniversary. The 3rd year anniversary gift, Mike, is leather. What are you going to get the guy who has everything?
You're so forgetful, Chuck.
Mike, how forgetful am I?
Just the other day, you forgot to call me old.
What an oversight.
That was definitely my mistake.
Oh.
You probably just couldn't hear me.
May have nodded off in the middle.
Probably just took a nap.
If anybody else has anything, just
you know what? Chuck is.
I got a three-parter.
Okay, so Jonothan Solomon, then Jessica, then Ned.
Chuck is so forgetful when I ask him how his family is doing, he says, family? Chuck is so forgetful when I ask about his job, he says, job? Chuck is so forgetful when I ask him what it's like to be a gay man, he says, gay? Oh yeah, that's really interesting. We could talk about that for sure. You could call me a chat about it. I could write up a few pages of my experience and send it to you, and then you could read it, and you could call me. Anybody can interrupt anytime. So
and the third part.
Oh, that joke was a gay old time.
Sure.
Okay.
Jessica, Ned, then Mike. Jessica, if I remember the order, I think it was Jessica was Ned.
You've recovered, surprisingly. Chuck is so forgetful that he forgot how long my intro usually is.
Yes.
Did that trick you? You were introduced in less than 6 seconds.
I was like, who is he?
Right.
What have you done with Chuck?
Ned, have you any input on this matter?
I'll say Chuck is so forgettable. He doesn't know how memorials work. He doesn't know. Chuck is so forgetful. He said to me, Ned, the secret of real estate is location, and I forget the third one. That's so bad. This is not funny. Chuck is so forgetful. He's looking forward to having Alzheimer's. This is like, whatever. Those are my 3 top.
Right. I went to the doctor and they diagnosed me with
Yeah.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
I don't know who that is.
Chuck is so forgetful. He invited me to a John Lennon concert last week.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is forgetful.
That's
I'm just saying that's forgetful.
Oh, I forgot. I hated that guy.
Yeah. He woke up with. He's so forgetful. He woke up with a twink in his bed and thought he fucked his brother.
Oh, the Twink's brother?
Yes, exactly. The Twink's brother. That's exactly where I was headed with that.
Chuck is so forgetful that the only time he remembers to wear a mask out is on National Gay Men Who Identify as Very, Very Gay, wear a mask all day.
The only day.
No other day of the year, Jonathan? Not a single other day?
Nope.
No.
I like to wear a hoodie for
Jonathan,
now.
did I ever tell you, Jonathan, that Chuck is so forgetful that he often forgets what the sling in his bedroom is for?
Okay. Chuck is so forgetful. He got the stimulus check and he goes, "Hey, what's this for?"
This one I don't really think much of, but I just want to say it. Chuck is so forgetful when the Prevagen Pills has their parade next week. He's the Grand Marshal.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, that's
If he remembers to show up.
Yeah.
Right.
He's so forgetful he can't remember the lyrics to Unforgettable. He can't. He's drawing a blank. He doesn't.
That is forgetful, Ned. That is very, very forgetful.
It's sad. It's sad, really.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. So
I would say that in front of you people.
Chuck is so forgetful that right before Ronald Reagan died, his last words were, "Yeah, but Chuck has a serious problem."
Chuck is so forgetful, sometimes he still calls into Comedy Works.
Oh, they would take that booking in a heartbeat.
He's so forgetful. New Yorkers have stopped saying "forget about it" to him.
There's
no point.
Whoa!
No reason to say that. He's done.
Well, I appreciate this. Jake, I think I forgot to tell you about the round robin. You've been looking pissed at me for a week. It's my error there. Well, that was
a little break from showing the rest of us up. It was
an absolutely wonderful round robin, a series of unforgettable performances. I promise to remember this all the way to the
parking lot.
That was a fun bit. Whatever it was, we had a good time. I think that's what the people are telling me. Time to give away some prizes. Whenever we sail aboard the I'm an Idiot, it's we go over to the dark side of the moon, and we'll give away some free stuff. Sponsored by I'm an Edie's Pizzas. I'm an Edie's Pizzas delivered hot and fresh. Where do you find all that hot, fresh comedy, Chuck? Well, we find a lot of comedians Monday nights on open mic. Mike Langworthy hosts a terrific open mic comedy show. If you know someone who wants to try comedy, that's a great place to start. Sign up for 5 minutes and you get to perform, or watch great professionals try their newest material at open mic. You can watch old shows. Our archive is at Colorado Comedy Shows on YouTube. Check that out, please. Next week is our big spring break episode. We are live, virtually live. Jessica Misra is going to be in Panama City Beach, repping the party down there, and Jacob Jonas and the posse from Durango are going over to Lake Havasu for us. So should be a fun show. April 4th, we're the ApocaLips in Space. May 9th is Gigzilla. The round robin for that show, friends, is that gig was so bad. So please join us for that one. I'm sure that's going to vent everybody. And when are we doing our rendition of Les Miserables? You mean Married Life? Wow, my big fan. ApocaLips Wedding is coming up. I'm realizing I'm looking at the slideshow, but I'm not sharing the slideshow. which makes these promotions a whole lot more helpful. Jessica Misra is our headliner on May 16th. So
Yay!
Enjoy my big fat ApocaLips wedding, May 16th. May 23rd, 7 Brides for 7 ApocaLips. And I believe we have Stephen Young from Dear Comics at the Bar headlining that show. Time to give away our virtual prizes. So let's say thank you to our VIP, Brian Sumner. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the show. We have some cool VIP prizes for you, Brian. You get this, your own castle. Enjoy that. It's virtually yours. You can have it anytime you like. Feel free to enjoy a nice warm castle. Thought you'd need a pool, so we got you this pool. Feel free to take a swim and a dip in there. Got you this kitchen. The chef works for me, so that's my.
Doesn't do a lot of cooking, does he?
Right, he's there for the beef.
Well, not in the kitchen, anyway.
Right, it's beef all day. It's what's served in that kitchen, my
Speaking of
friend.
good
And how about in honor of Bronco Brad, we get you some gnocchis. So we got you some fresh gnocchis right there. And how about some chocolate chip cookies from our virtual events team? They're happy to send you some chocolate chip cookies. That's Chef Mark Scapone, award-winning virtual chef, and he's going to throw in a salad. What goes better with cookies than salad?
Just about
Nothing.
everything.
Literally nothing.
Right. Because I like my chocolate chip cookies with a hint of red onion and
Arugula cookies.
right. This has been popular, so bringing it back one more time for the anniversary. Our VIPs, Brian, you and the rest of our VIPs get to enjoy Mike going over Niagara Falls in a barrel. It's always pretty fun. Let's cheer on Mike, everybody, as he goes over Niagara Falls in a barrel. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, go.
Hey, Mike! Whoa!
So if anybody's wondering, that town in the background is Toronto, or as I like to call it, if Cincinnati thought it was Paris.
Right. Neat that you think Toronto borders Niagara Falls.
Not
Gang,
the smog in Canada.
general admission members, we got you nice prizes as well. So those of you who purchased general admission tickets, we don't want you to be left out. Those are really cool prizes that Brian got. And so we're sending these cool prizes to everyone up there in the balcony. First up, I know that we got Mike going down the Niagara River. For those of you
Side note, this is
right, this is the Merrimack River, located in New Hampshire. It's very scenic, and I thought we'd have Mike just going down in a barrel. There's no falls, so it's a little more appropriate for general admission. But there's Mike just cruising the Merrimack River for you. I thought that's a pretty fun prize. And how about some cash, virtual cash? Just right there for you. Happy anniversary. There's $80. Just like bam. Go buy yourself some Coke, everybody. And then how about a burger and fries? Wouldn't you love to have that at a comedy show? Me too. So you can have that virtually. And
it goes better with a burger and fries than
a salad, a sensible salad. Thanks, Chef Scapone, for ruining all the fun with fucking salads. Those are pretty good gifts. Speaking of good gifts, all year long, we've enjoyed the company of Stacey Sanders. She can't be here tonight. Wish her good thoughts if she's watching on the YouTube. Hi, Stacey. Stacey's group, Elevating Connections, provides connecting events for youth separated from their siblings by foster care. I did a benefit for them before the pandemic. I saw how the Poetry Jam help the young people use their voice and say things that were important to them. I was also like, dear God, poetry is fucking horrible. Is there any way we could do comedy? And so I've been working with Elevating Connections ever since. We put on some writing workshops and comedy workshops. And no matter what, I know that what they do is terrific. It's awful to know that young people do get separated from their siblings, and it's important that there's a group that is trained and knows how to put together connecting events for the young people. Speaking of connecting events, Dear Comics at the Bar is a great place to hang out and drink beer on Saturdays on Instagram. Go to @Dear Comics on Instagram and watch that. Stephen Young is a very funny and talented show host for there. Stephen could not be here tonight. He does say hello to everybody and happy anniversary. And we have one heck of a headliner for tonight's show. A good friend of the show, someone I met this year. Mike, you've known him longer. You know, a pal and a friend of yours. Coming to us by way of Los Angeles. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome Jonothan Solomon to the program? Jonathan Solomon.
Hey.
Jonathan is muted.
So I don't have puppets. I don't have a costume. I don't have songs. Great to be here, but I hope it's okay that I don't have that kind of budget. I'm just going to start off by just centering myself. I've said this before on Sunday. Sundays in the Solomon home is self-loathing day. I'm not busy with work, so I have to focus on the horror that is my life. So if the self-loathing, for those who don't know about it, is and probably, you know, we've got some comedians here, so maybe you have some familiarity with it, is when it's sort of the world, the house of your brain, of your mind, is someone comes and knocks on the door and says, hi, you're a loser, a failure, you're horrible, and don't even get me started about how unattractive you are. And my response is, come on in. Wherever you are, take a seat. But I want you to know, I started off that way just because I want to give you an idea of what it's like when someone voluntarily, without subterfuge, just offers inner private stuff. Because I'm sort of obsessed. Now that Trump's out of office, I'm obsessed with my other least favorite person in the world. I don't know if you saw this, but there's a news story about a woman who got catfished. Now, there is this whole thing with women getting catfished, you know? So this woman is getting catfished by a guy who says he's Tom Cruise. And he wants to marry her. He's in love with her, but he needs money so he can marry her. So, I mean, I know women get catfished, but this one I couldn't understand. Which one of these things didn't she notice? A, Tom Cruise needs money to get out of Nigeria to come to Cincinnati to marry you? And the other curveball is that Tom Cruise is a heterosexual? Wasn't this as anyway? But the thing, it was on the Dr. Phil show, and Dr. Phil is my least favorite person. I don't even know about Dr. Phil. I did some research. He's known as Dr. Phil. His actual last name is Fuckhead. Dr. Phil Fuckhead. And apparently, it's really interesting. What he does on his show is he reveals the deepest, darkest secrets of people from small towns who will do anything to be on television. So they say stuff that they would otherwise never say. So apparently, it turns out, if you're a doctor, you don't have to sign the Hippocratic Oath, which says first do no harm. And you don't actually have to sign the AMA Code of Ethics, which requires you not to, that has doctor-client. All you actually have to do is sign as a contract with the OWN network.
Yeah.
And all the other stuff goes out the window. So yes, with Dr. Phil, we have to thank Oprah for Dr. Phil. That's where he got started, which means we have two things to thank Oprah for. One is Dr. Phil, and the other for this really astonishing news that apparently a group of inbred rich white people who live in castles in England are somewhat uncomfortable with people of color.
Shocker.
To quote Renault, yes, Casablanca, I'm shocked. So anyway, I give some thought to this, and here's what I'm thinking. I really gave a lot of thought to this. What to do as that's appropriate, because he can't be sued for malpractice. So I just gave a lot of thought to what would be appropriate punishment for Dr. Phil. And here's what I'm thinking. He should be shot. That's what I came up with. I was thinking of a two-parter TV special, though. Is the first half he's shot, And in the second half, people from small towns who we exploited just come on and say horrible things about him. It may not sound like a ratings winner, but I'm going to bring it to the people who produce the Go Big show. Because they'll apparently put anything on the air. So, so that's my, yeah, that's all I need to say about Dr. Phil. As far as how I'm doing, let's see. I am continuing to try to, live in the COVID thing. I've got, I'm looking for my notes is actually what I'm doing, because I actually write jokes for these things. That's for those of you at home, comedians aren't just, a lot of things you should understand about comedians. Let's talk about that. Because I started dating a woman I met at Ralph's during COVID. I sort of impressed her because we were on the same aisle and I bought 2 packages of toilet paper. So she thought I had a lot of money. And it was exciting to meet her because, we met online we met on the aisle at Ralph's, and then we had a Zoom date and I found out what she looked like. So that was great. She was, I told her I was a comedian, and she may have been one of these women who thinks comedians tell jokes and are a lot of fun. Comedians aren't generally maybe just speaking for myself. Comedians generally aren't telling jokes and being a lot of fun. They're generally telling you they're depressed and that they wish they'd been musicians. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I've dated, being a comedian, I've dated a lot of, I've dated a Victoria's Secret model. All right, I'm exaggerating a little. I dated a woman who worked for Victoria's Secret. She was a seamstress from Malaysia, but she's in America looking for a better sweatshop job. Yeah. So the thing about with the COVID is now. Hey, wait a minute. How long have I been on? I didn't set the timer.
Oh, you've been on for like 25, 30 years, man. Fire, just every time. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, but really, how long? Am I wrapping up now, Chuck?
You got a few minutes.
Okay. All right. So the whole thing with COVID is it's changed my eating habits. I eat a lot of TV dinners now. Swanson TV dinners, which are so retro. I got the Salisbury steak Swanson TV dinner, which is so retro. You have to eat it according to the instructions. You have to heat it up in an oven. You have to eat it while watching black and white TV while sitting at a segregated lunch counter.
Well,
wow. Yeah. But hey, there's good people on both sides. I'm also shopping now at Amazon. I mean, not Amazon. I see everything's Amazon. I think that is Amazon. Is Whole Foods, which has a new policy now. You can the tuna with cranberry is still $11.95 an ounce, but you can pay for it on layaway.
Oh, good.
So you should check it out. I think I'm going to wrap up. Everybody this is my new thing this year. I'm actually going to try to end with a really like sincere thing, which sort of is the death of laughter, but I'm going to do it anyway. So be good to each other. I've always felt that way. When I was 17, I first heard the song by John Prine, Hello in There, which is a beautiful song. It's about how old people are lonely, so you should walk up to old people and say hello in there. And I did hear the song when I was 17. I didn't really have a good idea of what old people were. So around that age, I probably walked up to a lot of people and said hello in there who were actually 32. But but you get the idea. So it's been great to be with you. Congratulations on the anniversary. Good night.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
Jonothan Solomon, ladies and gentlemen.
I appreciate it.
And our whole squad of apocalypsers. Thank you for the congratulations. Thank you for the year, everybody. This, of course, was a challenge, but super. The most fun I've had during the pandemic is Sunday and Monday nights laughing with all of you. So thank you for the year. Mike, I look forward to laughing with you some year.
Don't worry. You just need to learn a little bit more about comedy. You'll get there.
Right. One day I'm going to make you laugh, my friend. That's going to be, I'm going to put it in my calendar. I'm going to invite everybody. We
You're
have
very
been
funny. You're very funny. Not everybody has to be haha funny.
the ApocaLips Comedy Show. If you'd like to donate to elevatingconnections.org, go to Elevating Connections and visit elevatingconnections.org. We'll put that in the YouTube chat, in the YouTube description as well if you're watching us there. We've got links on our link tree as well, so you can get over to Elevating Connections and do something good for the kids. Speaking of good for the kids, we have one more gift for you as we roll out. I think we got some comedy gold. We're running out of supply here, Mike, but want to make sure everybody gets theirs. So enjoy some authentic comedy gold nuggets. Feel free to spread that around. Everybody. And what would be comedy gold if it didn't have a salad associated with it? So feel free
like a salad
to enjoy your comedy gold and salad. Yes, we had a lot of fun with Jessica Misra and with Jake Hovis and Ned Rice and Jonothan Solomon and Bronco Brad, aka Ed Smythe.
Ned had to get off a little early because somebody else got a laugh and he
right.
Totally shrink.
I'm gonna just pretty soon we gotta say goodbye to the gang on YouTube. But those of you who are here in the Zoom hangout, we have a fun part of the show where Mike has to lead a sing-along and he doesn't know the words or the tune. We'll walk you through the neighborhood and get you over to your car. Be careful. The neighborhood still struggling. Those Paycheck Protection Program grants are on the way, and then this neighborhood is going to clean up pretty soon. You'll see a Ben and Jerry's there, a Starbucks, and probably a Chipotle, right, instead of the Live New Girls. But for now, there's a variety of entrepreneurs and various street artists and talent for you available for hire. A lot of these folks don't get stimulus checks. You got to pay taxes and be connected to the government to do that. Oh, my ride's here. So we'll say goodbye to the gang on YouTube. Thank you, YouTubes. You're so fun.